morning, children. Actually, yesterday in the previous module, we discussed the same lesson, right? Cultivating, ruling the countryside. Okay. In that, what we discussed, the problem. Okay. Need to improve the agriculture, the problem, and the new system devised, and the Monroe system. 4 subtopics. Okay. So now just I will give you a brief glance on that once again. In that, need to improve the agriculture. Why the need to improve to the agriculture? What is the need to improve the agriculture? Simple. Britishers, they need funds to maintain the government, right? So for that reason, they concentrated on the agriculture. Okay. So for that reason, they did developments in the development of the agriculture. Okay. So, and one more thing, the problem. They identified, first introduced the settlement system in the year of 1793. Okay. So, after that, they identified some problems in that process. For that reason, again, they discussed on that, they debated, right? They worked out on that, and one more system they introduced, that is permanent settlements. Okay. That is also called as Monroe system. Thomas Monroe was the Governor General at that time. So for that reason, that is also called as Monroe system, and that was introduced in the year of 1822, right? As per that, all the heads of the places, means in the villages means talukdars, districts means district collectors, states means provincial heads, right? They have to go to the fields and they have to analyze and record all the things, the fertilization, soil, each and everything, the how much area of under the cultivation, what are the irrigation process, right? Water supplies, each and everything they will measure there, they will see there, they will check there, and they will maintain a record for that. And after that, as per their process, they will implement the system, right? So in that, we discussed about the Mahalwari system also, right? And Raitwari system also, rights also there, right? These many things we discussed yesterday. Okay. So today, freshly in the module 3, we are going to discuss about the 3 subtopics in that. The first one is crops for Europe, and does color have a history, and why the demand for Indian indigo. So today we are going to discuss about these 3 subtopics in the module 3. Right, children? Okay, children. Let's see the first topic now. Crops for Europe. Here in this crops for Europe, already we know crops for Europe means they concentrated on the agricultural fields for the collection of taxes, that we know already, right? And after that, they concentrated on the cash crops. Okay. So now that we will see here. The British also realized that the countryside could not only yield revenue. Just now I said no. So it could also grow the crops that Europe required. By the late 18th century, the company was trying its best to expand the cultivation of opium and indigo. Here, children, opium means it is a reddish brown one kind of drug this is, and it was a scented one, and it was a drug that analgesic, the tablets we will use in that medicine actually, that crop, that drug and medicine related crop, this is opium. And coming to indigo, indigo is the one of the dark color, dark blue in color. It will be used to dyeing for the cloths, right? So here they concentrated on these 2 cash crops, opium and indigo. In the country, in the century and a half that followed, the British persuaded or forced cultivators in various parts of India to produce other crops: jute in Bengal, tea in Assam, sugarcane in the United Provinces. Now that is in Uttar Pradesh. Here remember, children, United Provinces means the present day of Uttar Pradesh, right? Wheat in Punjab, cotton in Maharashtra and Punjab, rice in Madras. So remember the states. Once again I will tell you the same thing. Here actually they forced the cultivators to cultivate different kinds of crops in different parts of India. So in that way they forced the farmers in the different parts of India to produce the crops jute in Bengal, tea in Assam, sugarcane in United Provinces, that is present day Uttar Pradesh, and next wheat in Punjab, cotton in Maharashtra and Punjab, rice in Madras. Okay. After that the British used a variety of methods to expand the cultivation of crops that they needed, right? So let us take a closer look on the story of one such crop, one such method of production, right? Children, let me show you two pictures here. The two images of cotton prints. In that, the first one shows a Kalankari print created by weavers of Andhra Pradesh. Andhra Pradesh we know, that is common Andhra Pradesh before the separation of Andhra and Telangana, right? So that Kalankari print created by weavers of Andhra Pradesh in India. And the next one is floral cotton print designed and produced by William Morris, a famous poet and artist of 19th century Britain. There is one common thing in the two prints. Both use a rich blue color commonly called indigo, right? You checked already. The two prints I showed you now, the same things. So the two are in the same color, thick blue color, right? Dark blue color. So commonly called indigo. That dark blue color is called as indigo. So in that blue that you see in these prints was produced from a plant called indigo. Understanding, children? Listen carefully. Just now I said that rich dark blue color commonly called indigo. That blue that you see in these prints was produced from a plant called indigo. The plant name is indigo. So it is likely that the blue dye used in the Morris prints in the 19th century Britain was manufactured from indigo plants. Those are cultivated in India only. Okay, remember here Morris prints in the 19th century Britain was manufactured, but even though that indigo was planted in the cultivated in India, right? For India was the biggest supplier of indigo in the world at that moment, because so many cultivators are forced to cultivate the crop of indigo. Okay, for that reason India is the biggest supplier of indigo in the world at that moment. Children, let me show you. I have here three types of cotton cloths. I will show you now. Okay. So this is the first one. This is called as handloom cotton, right? This cloth is called as handloom cotton, and this is one type of cotton cloth. And here this is also indigo. Just now I said about two prints, right? Two cotton prints. Those are in rich blue color. That blue color is called as indigo, right? So the same blue I have here. This is soft cotton. This cloth is called as soft cotton. Okay. And the next one I will show you. This is in different color, orange color. This is thick orange color. And this cotton is, this is also a cotton only, one type of cotton. But this cotton is called as jute cotton. Okay. We have different types of cottons in the cotton type. Okay. So different types of cottons in India also we are producing different types of cottons, different types of cotton cloths we are getting in the market, different sarees, dress materials, kurtas, right? So many different tops, different types of materials we are getting in the market now. So these are the three types of cottons just now I showed you. One is jute cotton, one is handloom cotton, and the another one is soft cotton. Okay, children, let's go to the next topic. Why the demand for Indian indigo? Just now I said the indigo was the world's biggest supplier of indigo is India only, right? So here, why the demand for Indian indigo? Let's see what is the reason, right? The indigo plant grows primarily in the tropics. By the 13th century, Indian indigo was being used by cloth manufacturers in Italy, France and Britain to dye a cloth. Okay, so here we can understand the thing, that is 3 countries used in the 13th century only, not in 20th or 19th. Okay, in the 13th century only, here we can see about the 3 countries. Those are Italy, France and Britain. Okay, that manufacturers used in the cloth dyeing. Okay, and next see, however, only small amounts of Indian indigo reached the European market and its price was very high. So European cloth manufacturers therefore had to depend on another plant called oat to make violet and blue dyes. 2 colors here. First they said about only blue color, rich blue color, that is indigo, and here they are saying about the violet and blue, 2 colors of dyes, right? Being a plant of the temperate zones, wood was more easily available in Europe, because here temperate zone means there the temperature will be a normal average temperature, so the climate supports to cultivate the crop here, right? For that reason, that is easily available in the Europe. It was grown in northern Italy, southern France and in parts of Germany and Britain. Worried by the competition from indigo, wood producers in Europe pressurized their governments to ban the import of indigo. Okay, so here we can understand the situation. Already they are importing the things from other countries, means the local farmers will be in trouble. For that reason, they pressurized to the government to ban that import of indigo from the other countries, right? For that reason, here cloth dyers, however, preferred indigo as a dye. Indigo produced a rich blue color, whereas the dye from oud was pale and dull. Here we can see the difference, that already I said indigo is rich in blue color, and next coming to this oud is pale and dull, means somewhat a light in color. Okay, somewhat dull in color. By the 17th century, European cloth producers persuaded their governments to relax the ban on indigo import. Just now we discussed about that, why they banned. The French began cultivating indigo in Saint-Domingue in the Caribbean islands, the Portuguese in Brazil, the English in Jamaica and the Spanish in Venezuela. Indigo plantations also came up in many parts of North America. Here, children, what is the meaning of plantations? Plantations means, here I will tell you the meaning. Plantations, a large farm operated by a planter employing various forms of forced labor. Plantations are associated with the production of coffee, sugarcane, tobacco, tea and cotton, etc. Understood? So here plantation means a large farm operated by a planter employing various forms of forced labor, right? Those are called as plantations. So by the end of the 18th century, the demand for Indian indigo grew further mostly. Britain began to industrialize and its cotton production expanded dramatically, creating an enormous new demand for cloth dyes. While the demand for indigo increased, its existing supplies from the West Indies and America collapsed for a variety of reasons. Between 1783 and 1789, the production of indigo in the world fell by half. Cloth dyers in Britain now desperately looked for new sources of indigo supply. Here already we discussed, first from 4 countries they imported indigo. For that reason, the local farmers forced to the government to ban that imports. Okay, so after that what happened? again they banned, as per the farmers wish, government banned that imports from other countries. So here again the cloth dyers Britain now desperately looked for new sources of indigo supply in the year in between the years of 1783 and 1789. Okay children. So I hope you understood the topics here. Crops for Europe. Does color have a history? Why the demand for Indian indigo? Here I will repeat you a few minutes. Here crops for Europe, already I said they have started to improve the agricultural conditions in the rural areas, right? Because they need taxes from the people, and after that gradually they concentrated on the different crops what they required exactly, not the normal crops. Already we know normal crops means the wheat, right? Wheat, cotton, sugarcane, etc. So after that they concentrated what they required means in that indigo. Okay, I already said indigo is the rich in blue color, and that will be used for the manufacturers of dyeing clothes, right? Different clothes. And I have showed you the two types of cotton prints also. One is by South India, Andhra Pradesh, weavers from South Indian people, and next the second one is Morris cotton prints, right? And that is in the 19th century, and the first one is from the 20th century, Kalankari prints. Children, here I will give you a small task for today. Okay, that is about the clothes. Once you ask your mummy or granny to show their cotton sarees or different types of cloths. Okay, they will have silk sarees, cotton sarees, pattu sarees, right? Different kinds of sarees or different kinds of dresses they will use, right? So once ask them to show different kinds of cloths. Okay, and after seeing that different cloths, find out the differences between the different varieties of clothes. Okay children, we'll meet in the next session.